If you want to learn how to make this parkour vaulting system, make sure to stay until the end of the video to find out how to do it. Also, if you want the full parkour framework, you can buy it on my Patreon, first link in description. Okay, so first of all, you will have to make your own animation, which I already have this rig. So this is kind of how my animation looks like. And then I will just go ahead and publish it. So once you publish it, go to the starter character scripts and we will insert a local script. And after that, insert an animation inside and paste the animation ID. I will also rename this to Vault Anim. And you can go ahead and find yourself a sound if you want one. If not, it's not necessary. And rename the script into Vault Handler. And add another local script. And you can call this one, I don't know, Vault Enabler. Okay, so before we start to script actually, we need to make ourselves a wall. Make sure it's tall enough so this can actually work properly. So around something like this. It can be a slightly taller, but I think this is the perfect way to do it. And of course anchor it. And now go to the plugins and get yourself the tag plugin. This is what I use in a lot of tutorials. And I will add a new tag. Call it vault and make sure to get this check mark, so click on this while you have the walls that you want to be vaulted on selected. Now we can close that and I'll just move it slightly here. And now let's get to scripting. So first thing we need to do is actually make a script that will enable this vault handler, and there's probably an easier way to do it where you don't need two scripts, but this is how I learned to do it and I think it's much easier for me. And we can name this key press, so this will be the function, and inside you can put input object, comma, game processed event, and we also do need to enable it, so game get service, user input service, and we might as well actually put make that a variable, so like this. And now user input service dot input began connect, and then just per key press. So up here in this function put if game processed event, then return end. And again, I mentioned this in a lot of tutorials, but if you're new here, game processed event is basically if the player is inside of a text box or a chat box. And then we do if input object dot keycode equals enum dot keycode dot space. So this is because we are using space for jumping. Of course, if you want to have on any other key, you can do that too. So just replace this with E or whatever. But I think space makes the more sense. And then we just do script.parent.vaulthandler.enable equals true. And then we do task.wait, and I can put 1 second. And then we just copy this line, paste it here, and then disable it. And of course, you would need to disable the script manually at the start. So disable this vault handler. And why we are doing this is because if you jump, then there's like a slight cooldown and then it's disabled again. So now we can get on with the vault handler. So here we will need a few things. First get the player, after that get its character. We'll also need a humanoid root part, so get the character and then do wait for child humanoid root part, then get the humanoid, and maybe we can do find for child, which is a humanoid. I think that's the best way to do it. And now we need our actual animation, so anim equals script dot what do we call it? I think vault anim. Yeah, that's it. And we also need our sound, so script dot jump. After that I will add a debounce, just so the players can spam it constantly. After that I will add our tag, we named it vault, and now we can actually make a while loop, and I seem to forgot a run service. So we'll be using a run service for this, and a render step, and then do wait, do local array equals array dot new, and now in here we need the humanoid root part dot not parent dot position, comma humanoid root part dot cframe dot look vector times 7, so that's how many studs in front it can be detected, plus humanoid root part dot cframe dot up vector times -5. Okay, so this is just some math to detect the parts in front of you, and then we do part workspace, and then I believe it's find part on array. Yeah, that's it. And then we do array, comma, character. And then if part and debounce, and we should actually have put not debounce. Then if part has tag, and then in here put the tag. Then if humanoid dot floor material is different than the air, because obviously if they are falling then can't like vault over something. Okay, and I seem to have put wrong symbol here, so just fix that. I think there's like two variations, one is smaller, one is bigger. It should be the smaller one. And then we do debounce equals true, local velocity equals instance.new body velocity. So we will be using body velocity. And then velocity.parent equals humanoid root part. Then velocity.velocity equals vector3.new 0, 0, 0. And velocity dot believe it's max force equals vector3.new 1, 1, 1. And then we also need to multiply that with math.huge. After that we do again velocity.velocity, and this time we do humanoid root part dot cframe dot look vector, time that by 20, and plus I believe it's vector3 dot new 0, 15, 0. And after that you can also do game.debris and add an item. The item will be velocity, and we can do maybe .2 or .15. I'll do .2. So what this does is basically we create our velocity so it can like push us, and after like 0.2 seconds we destroy it, so debris is used for destroying. And one more thing I've seemed to forgot to do is make the actual animation, or actually load it. So local track equals humanoid load animation, and then put anim inside of here. And then down here we do track play and also sound play. Then last thing we do is task.wait 0.7, and after that we can do debounce equals false again. So then it enables again. And as you can see, this works, so we can vault like this. It plays the sound, it plays the animation. Of course, this would be much better if we also added running. So I might make a full parkour system tutorial in the future. But if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.